Thinking about calling it the Salty Pod.
No, not bad, not bad. I kind of randomly came up with Spark It Up.
I wanted to kind of keep with the same theme.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And yeah, you could keep your mic unmuted.
True.
Let me know when we're going to begin.
We're already on, man. We are live.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sparky here, live and direct. This is the first run of the Salty Pod. It's me and your boy First Class, aka Made You Hot. We're out here, man. We out here in Miami. Just doing it. You know what I mean? Enjoying the weather. It's not cold yet, but it isn't hot anymore. So that's always a good thing. Let's get right into it. So boom. The NBA season has officially arrived. And first impressions of the televised games. Honestly, I was pretty surprised. I can't complain. The first game I saw was Nuggets versus Lakers. I skipped the Knicks game because I knew it was going to be a blowout. For whatever reason, I just felt in my heart as a lifelong Knicks fan that I had no business watching the game. And surprisingly, they kept it close. They kept it real close until the end. But Julius, he had, I'm guessing it's just the first game stinker. You know what I mean? Jalen Brunson really didn't play that well. RJ played great.
No, seriously, he did. Really
RJ played great. real good. So I can't complain about that. But Port God came back and Jesus Christ, he busted our ass, dog. Like I can't even lie about that. He dropped 30. He was hitting 28 footers and posing on niggas. Like it was something that I could foresee him doing for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But definitely. They didn't give him the opportunity. The front office at that time was shit. You know what I mean? So I can't blame him for wanting to get out of there. I mean, you saw what they did to Melo.
Oh yeah, that was rough on that. They've just been dismantling a lot of teams. They really have a good team, actually. I really like what they've been up to. Strong squad for the Boston Celtics. Not completely sure about their bench yet, or should they go big or small? You know, as far as keeping Horford out the starting lineup or putting him in, because you kind of have two-way players when it comes to Drew Holiday and Derek White, right?
Derek
White. Yeah. I almost said Anderson.
finally cut that hair off. Oh my gosh.
Come on home.
He needs a tan.
Come on home, Derek White. Come on home.
He needs a tan, boy. It's about time for him to go to Turkey.
Yeah, he definitely needs that. That's for damn sure. Seriously.
Man. So like, okay, so the first things that I saw were the commercials. Nike had a really, really, really good commercial, strong commercial, the check ball commercial. I thought they hit it out the park, 100%.
Yeah.
Great. All the different check me ups, you know what I mean, throughout, however you could do it. You know what I mean? And at the end, it was a real heartwarming moment. I almost wanted to cry. I almost had a tear in my eye when LeBron's daughter came out. I was like, ooh, check up. And LeBron's like, are you serious? And then they start playing. It was top of the tops.
I agree.
But then the New Balance commercial, though. The New Balance commercial was a little different. It was a little different. It kind of had me feeling like they used the Piper Perry meme on the mood board because it had all of their NBA roster for New Balance basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And then it had I guess they signed, I can't remember her name, but they signed this blonde basketball player from Stanford, I guess, to an NIL deal. Cameron Brink. That's her name. Cameron Brink. And she's in there with pigtails. So this is why it made me feel like the Piper Perry thing. It's her surrounded by a bunch of niggas. And these niggas is coming in and they're doing all the
shaking,
all the shimmy and shake and bake, slam dunking. And they have her she pops her collar. That's what she does.
Oh man.
She pops her collar and she don't do no moves. You know what I mean? She got all of these niggas dunking around her, and then they have the lineup where her not in the middle, but she's surrounded by niggas, and she's a pale blonde white girl. So that instantly, you know what I mean? Instantly, it's Piper Perry surrounded by a bunch of niggas on the couch. And I'm just like, dog, I hope to God that this isn't what they intended. Because if they are, these niggas is sick.
Well, that's rough. I'm not even gonna lie. That's definitely rough. Man, so you had that girl Piper Perry like
just
you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
She was like, surround me.
Yeah. Facts. It was crazy. It was crazy. But other than that, you know, the two main ads were good. There wasn't an Adidas ad, surprisingly. I thought they were just gonna do all the sneaker brands at once. You know what I mean? Like Nike got one, New Balance got one.
Mm-hmm.
I did not see Adidas, but maybe I missed it.
No, I definitely got it. I definitely seen that New Balance commercial that you were talking about, though. That was like the wildest part about it. When, you know what I'm saying? Like just how, you know, they do little sly slick stuff. It's the same thing that Disney did back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
the little Easter egg stuff that you think. So it's kind of in the same.
Notorious for that shit.
It's kind of in the same category. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
That's wild, though. Hold on. Let me see. MB commercial. Let's put New Balance commercial NBA.
2 days ago.
2 days ago, right?
Yeah. The other wild 3 days ago now, baby. Tuesday, right? Was the NBA. The other wild thing everyone's talking about the NBA is obviously the Dwight Howard situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's pretty much just nutso.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I don't know what Dwight's doing.
He broke his silence on, I guess, the case. Obviously, if you don't know what's going on with Dwight Howard, I really don't want to fill you in because it's pretty crazy. But like all of those things that niggas thought about Dwight Howard, it's pretty true. You know what I mean? He broke his silence on the rumors of him sleeping with other men. What I do in my bedroom is my business. Where I lay my wood is my business. Pause. I don't have to explain anything that goes on in my house. Y'all are too damn nosy. Right? I don't know if you guys remember. I think it was pre-pandemic or right around pandemic times. There was another guy that said Dwight Howard had propositioned him, or he was one of Dwight Howard's lovers, and his pastor came out and categorically denied it. You remember that? Right. But essentially, Dwight Howard, you know, he messaged this dude on social media, slid in DMs. They started talking, bingo bango. He gets to his house now, and they start doing things that grown people do. And Dwight Howard surprised him with a transsexual, like a transsexual girl. I don't know if it was a girl guy.
Don't get fired.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it was a transsexual
Mm-hmm.
named Kitty. And I guess all hell broke out loose there. It seems like I was about to call him Kawhi Leonard. Dwight Howard is a serial nigga rapist. That's what it seems like. Because all the while, there's videos of this man essentially sexually assaulting niggas during games on the bench.
That's crazy.
Like, yo, like, and it makes me wonder, right? Like, why AD and him almost fought, and they were on the same team. You remember that?
I do.
And like,
that.
do you remember why teams weren't trying to pick him up? And I was just like, yo, like, you know, he's like a 3-time defensive player of the year, all types of shit, all NBA.
Dwight Howard is 3
He's a Hall of Famer.
Even
you know
though
what I mean? Like, it may be an unpopular opinion, but he's a Hall of Famer.
He's a former All-Star.
Fish or not.
He's a former All-Star journeyman, but definitely
Former All NBA.
All NBA too.
All-Star journeyman sounds bad.
It does.
When
but
you say he's an All-Star journeyman, no, he's not an All-Star
no,
journeyman.
he's
The
been on a
man
lot
was an anchor for 10, 12 years.
No, what I'm saying is he's been on there was a spurt where he was on a lot of teams. That's where the journeyman part comes in. You know what I'm saying? There was like every year. It's kind of like the hardest thing.
But before that,
he was locked in. He was locked in. After Houston, I want to say it was like a round robin of teams. Atlanta, Charlotte. He started traveling for a little bit. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking he was assaulting niggas on every team because nobody wanted to sign him.
Yeah,
and
it's pretty
that was
rough.
nuts to me. I remember saying like, yo, that's really, really crazy. Like nobody wants to sign this guy. And I didn't understand. Now it all makes sense. Another one of those fucking aha moments. Like, oh, this nigga is a categorical nigga rapist. Like, run, hide your sons.
Hide your kids.
Hide your brothers. You know what I mean? Hide your husbands, though. This nigga, and he's like bullying niggas into it. It seems like.
Yeah. He's really it's a crazy situation. You know what I mean? People try to, I guess, people live their lives, but obviously you got to have respect on all sides. So, you know what I mean? Like, just doesn't matter who it is, what's going on. Just go ahead and have respect.
I don't care what you do. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I'm a reformed phobist, dog. I'm an ex-phobe.
Yeah. That's probably the best way to say it. Former phobist, ex-phobe. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? So it's like
I used to wear rock phobe posits. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. But like, you chill out with age. You know what I mean? You just let people be themselves. Just leave me alone. You know what I mean? Like
facts,
I'm not gonna bother you. You don't bother me.
Facts.
You know what I mean? We can live very comfortably.
That's true.
In the same space.
Yeah. There's no problems, man. You know what I mean? Obviously, people are people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People are people. So
everybody
everybody
deserves love it. So you know what I mean?
But
so
even if you were just say that was a straight situation or whatever situation.
Yeah, it was a straight situation. That'd be even worse to me.
Yeah, it'd be like,
I know
hold on,
that
what you
sounds
doing?
fucked up because a victim is a victim. But I just feel like if he was like bullying girls, like, yo, bro, you don't need to.
Yeah, because it would basically be like, let's say it was a chick and he's bringing a chick, like, hey, we gonna do this. Like, hold on, that's usually not how the play works. You know what I'm saying? So,
like, you don't have to surprise a chick with another chick.
Yeah. Like,
you could just,
you could probably just ask.
You know what I mean?
So that's why no matter what, it was still wild.
That was the wildest shit. It's the wildest shit ever.
Still a wild story.
It's the wildest shit ever.
No,
like,
facts.
Oh man. I just don't understand, dog. Like, I mean, I don't understand a lot of stuff going on right now, dog. Like, another thing I don't understand, right? The whole DJ Envy situation.
DJ Envy.
And the Caesar Pena situation. It's a whole lot of Law and Order sound effects going. You're gonna hear a whole lot of Law and Order sound effects. Like, it's a lot of wild shit happening in sports and entertainment. That's kind of our bag. If you guys didn't know.
Yeah. What's the update? Yeah.
So Caesar got arrested. He put out a statement saying it was only him. Obviously, DJ Envy said that he's gonna testify or whatever against Caesar. So I don't know if they work something out that's like, hey, this is gonna be it, right? But like, it's a massive Ponzi scheme. And the crazy part is, right? If you know the area that this is like Patterson, New Jersey, or it's the Jacks in Jersey, right? So if you know the area and you know the types of individuals that probably invested their money, I heard it's upwards of 17 mil at this point. So if you know also the types of people that would involve themselves in this, not all of them can actually sue this nigga. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of real estate people in this. A lot of street real estate people in this. And they can't go to the people and say, hey, I invested this, that, and the third if they can't show the source.
Brown paper bag money.
Yeah, if it's brown paper bag money, which quite possibly there's a strong chance that it is. There's gonna be a lot of niggas, you know what I mean? There's gonna be a lot of niggas that would be after DJ Envy and Caesar. And if Caesar is saying DJ Envy to me, I don't know. This could be me, my conspiracy theorist brain going. You know what I mean? I tend to do that. I think a lot, but like it could be him trying to save DJ Envy from getting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
So like, I don't know at this point. And the crazy part is this nigga Caesar was spending this money on a whole bunch of fat boy shit. Like crazy orders, Domino's, fucking going restaurants. It was a lot of food. He went to the Kit Kat. Supposedly he went to the Kit Kat headquarters store, the flagship Kit Kat. So I didn't, you know what I mean? Like Kit Kat is obviously a big brand, but it's like Hershey. You know what I mean? I believe it's M&M Mars or something like that. I wouldn't think that Kit Kat would have its own flagship store. He found that shit.
Man, I was actually just trying to, funniest part, right? I was actually just trying to do a little bit of research. I'm not sure when him and DJ Envy started their business. I think he said a little bit after the pandemic or 2020, but I mean, DJ Envy doesn't have the cleanest of records either. I'm not saying that he has any stripes on him, but he also had that car shooting, you know what I'm saying? Which was is from the reports, it was in 2016.
Yeah.
So looking at that, I was like, maybe there was some possible bad business going on there, and there was maybe some repercussions going on there. This is all alleged. It's just
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Everything's allegedly. We should have gave you the disclaimer.
This is the alleged podcast.
The Salty Show. Oh man. So okay. So we talked about Dwight Howard. We talked about Caesar. The other thing in entertainment / culture news before we go back into sports, this list has been circulating around. It's gone pretty viral. It's a list of where girls say is a no-no to take them on first dates.
Let's see the list over here. Was it here we go.
The list includes number 1, Cheesecake Factory.
Not to go to, right?
Not to go to on a first date. Where that is, you should not take a girl on a first date. Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, Chili's, Chipotle, Olive Garden, the movies, your house, any fast food item, any fast food restaurant, right? Wingstop, Red Lobster, Buffalo Wild Wings, a buffet, IHOP, Denny's, the gym. The gym's kind of
yeah, the gym is definitely wild.
I don't know.
All right, no, but here's the thing.
I don't know. That's okay.
No, but here's the thing though.
If you meet a bitch at a gym, maybe.
I'm not shooting bail for the gym at all.
Maybe.
But what I am gonna shoot bail for is a buffet, not in South Florida, but if you're in Vegas.
But that's different.
Yeah, location matters. So you can't
different.
You can't make this
a Vegas buffet. It'd be like $100.
$100 a plate, and you really get to go in. So, baby girl,
they got lobster. They got all the fancy shit. They got Wagyu beef.
Hold on. Matter of fact, there's some nice Brazilian restaurants that you can go to, and it's a buffet style too, and it's still like fresh chefs are cooking up everything right in front of you. Is like almost hibachi style. And then they're throwing it in there and you're picking it up. It's getting emptied out in seconds. So at the same time, baby girl, depending on the buffet, I'm not saying you're going to the whatever. I forgot all the cheap buffet names because they look nasty at this point. They look out of pocket.
Golden Corral.
Golden Corral.
Okay, I can see Golden Corral is kind of crazy.
That's
too.
crazy. That's crazy. If you're not in like middle school or high
But here's
school,
the last one is the crazy part because that's a check. Is sport events. That's a check.
Oh, you're wilding. If
Especially if I'm a fan
if
and
that's a part of the
willing
date.
to, if like, if I'm not even trying to smash, right? If I'm a fan and it's like, yo, I'm going to this game,
baby girl, come with me.
You want to come? Like if that's not good, get what?
And it's not. And listen, chances are, I mean, if
Steph come to Miami right now,
because I'm not going to take a girl out first date to a football game unless she's like, yo, I'm a super fan of this, because that's your outside is probably hot. But if you're if you're in the skybox, one, you are don't even talk about
outside sporting event. That's crazy.
That's
Depending
crazy.
on where you are. Like if you're in Chicago going to a Bears game in December,
even if you're in Miami Dolphins and it's hot,
no, you gotta be on the home side. If you're on the home sideline, you straight.
Yeah,
if you're on the home side,
yeah,
you're
but
straight.
now if I'm skyboxing, baby girl, I better not hear a word about you. Don't want to be going to no game.
If we at the Heat, if we going to a Heat game, bitch, you tripping.
You're tripping.
You're tripping.
You better
all
want to come
the
to.
way.
Yeah, you better want to come to that. And I'm already gonna want to actually be hungry anyway. I'm gonna actually be hungry. So guess what? We're gonna go out to dinner. We're gonna go out to dinner after.
Here's
so
the thing.
A game and a dinner? Come on.
Here's the thing.
What
I'm
are we talking about?
Low key in my older age, bitch. If I'm trying to get to know you, I really don't want to watch you eat. Right?
That part too.
That's not what I'm trying to do. So according to this list, bitch, we gonna walk in. I'm a museum. I'm gonna museum and art history buff take you to a gallery. I'm a museum and gallery the fuck out of you.
Gallo.
Jesus Christ. Like, we don't have to eat. You obviously don't want to get drinks according to this. According to this list, you don't want to get drinks. So I don't know what to tell you. Because I'm not trying to get shit on my clothes. I'm not trying to have steak. But like, I eat before I go out. Right? Like that's all. Clark, what do I always say? If I'm going to go out, I'm going to eat first, then shit, shower, brush my teeth. So I don't have to worry about gum. I don't need to worry about my breath smelling like fucking curry chicken or whatever the case may be, or getting a stain on my clothes. The only thing that's going to get on my clothes if I go out is if I spill drinks or makeup.
That's true. That's true.
Right? Because I take care of all of that shit before I leave the house.
That's definitely true.
Like, you're gonna get my undivided attention if we're gonna go on a date.
Actually, and I got one better for you. Actually, I'm actually kind of notorious for this, but personally,
the beach. I mean, in Florida.
I'll tell you this personally. Like when I date a chick, I'm probably more successful not dating a chick and getting some than actually dating a chick. I reverse engineer everything.
Oh, it's easier to smash than to date a girl.
No. What I mean is,
1,000%.
I actually reverse engineer a lot of it nowadays. I'll probably end up smashing and then then wanting to go on a date after the fact, just to get to like more know them, like know them more. Because I'm like,
so you can smash again.
No, it's not even just to smash again, but it's really like, all right,
that is genius, sir.
Not because look, I really don't want to be out with my stomach full, my breath probably smelling like
I don't want to.
like
imagine you have to take a shit.
So like,
imagine you have to take a shit on a date.
Personally, I'm probably
because you want to go get some food.
Hey, listen, I'm a fresh type of dude. Like if I could just tell a chick to shower and I'm already fresh showered and we could smash right after, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? And still shower right after. I'm with that whole mess personally. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? So if I had to just put that out there, yeah, like I'm reverse engineering a lot of this now. Like I said, if I'm going on a date with you after the fact, it's because I really kind of wanted to get to know you anyways, just to be like, all right, yeah, you know, let's I don't want to feel like an asshole too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Facts.
So
but this list is crazy, dog. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't eat steak, right? You know me. I've been a vegetarian for 20 years now, right? I just started eating turkey again, which is ridiculous to me because everything tastes nasty except turkey bacon. So like, I've never been to my Maestro's. I've never been to Ruth Chris, right? I've never been to the closest thing I've been to is J. Alexander's.
No turkey burger yet?
No. Oh yeah, I tried to eat one. Disgusting.
Yeah,
Nastiest shit ever in life.
It ain't there yet. You know
No,
what I'm saying? What about one of those carnival big ass turkey joints?
I haven't tried yet, bro.
I think in small doses you'll be all right though.
Like I said, I can stomach turkey bacon at this point, and like some ground turkey to make some tacos.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Other than that, it's like, yo, I don't even want to smell meat, though. It is, I don't know if it's mental, but like meat tastes horrible to me, right? Like it tastes absolutely disgusting. Pause. Like you get what I'm saying? Like when people are cooking that shit smell nasty. Like I don't know. So there's that. So like I don't know what to tell you, right? And I'm not cheap. That's the thing.
No,
so it's not even a money thing with me.
I think you can mix
because I like nice things.
I think you can mix turkey down in like anything, like nacho mix and
no, I'm talking about the dating thing.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Because the stuff it seems like is just expensive, right? There was this guy that was talking about the list because everybody is reacting to it. Like
you seen Joy Taylor, right?
I saw the whole Speak cast react to it. Colin reacted to it.
Oh, what did he say?
The same shit.
You could go over to my restaurant and you'll have a good old time.
You know what I mean?
I'll just say, come out to Herdburger or whatever.
Stephen A reacted to it. Everyone reacted to it. Dudes put out a list on the type of women not to date. You know what I mean? Like it's a moment, right? Mm-hmm. It's a moment in relationship culture, right? So like, man, this guy was saying like the list. This is him. The list is a little too cheap because if a girl is going to give up the buns, she wants to feel like she's giving it up for a decent price. And I was like, you're kind of saying the quiet thing out loud, right? But nobody wants, like, because that's what it seems like, right? You want to go to an expensive thing because you're going to smash. And if that's the case, then like, if you say that, I'm sure a nigga's gonna take you to Maestro's, but you don't want to say that quiet part out loud.
Not true.
Right?
True.
So it's like this circular game niggas and bitches is playing, right? It's like the whole, if I fly you out, I'm fucking, but you don't want to feel like I flew you out to fuck, but I'm flying you out to fuck.
It's all a masquerade.
Right? It's this whole charade that niggas and girls play to not look a certain way, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's that whole thing going on, right? So like if we take that as the basis, right? Because when the list came out, pretty much every girl, every the girls that agreed with it, all of them, they wholeheartedly agreed with it. So if that's the basis, because the only thing I'm seeing is maybe cheap, but sporting events aren't cheap.
Nah.
You know what I mean? So a playoff game is out of bounds.
It is now.
What are we doing?
It's crazy.
A playoff game is out of bounds. That's nuts. Right? Church. If you trying to fuck, obviously you ain't trying to go to church, right?
Nah.
That's on the list. So I can agree with that.
Yeah. That's it. That's the
right?
easy one.
Coffee dates and Starbucks, ice cream. I love ice cream.
That should be a part of everything. Hey, I see something. Oh, let's go by this sweet little spot on the way back.
So if we go to the museum and ice cream, that's out of bounds. No, well, museum's okay. Like we said, you're gonna get museum to death.
Listen,
you're gonna learn about so much art, so much history, and so much art. You're gonna be better for it.
I look at it like this. Now, some of those things on the list, obviously,
first date, family functions, no, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Netflix and chill as a first date, don't consider it a date, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Right? If you just Netflix and chilling, don't consider it a date.
Funny part is I heard picnics end up are good to go.
Picnics?
Yeah. Picnics from women. I've heard a lot of women say picnics are good. And that's probably
Picnics are cool as fuck.
So,
I'm not gonna lie.
So-
I give it to them. I
that,
give it to them. If they
I
say
think-
picnics are good, if
think-
they say picnics are good, then I'm with it.
and you know what I like about that? It's not that expensive, but you got to be creative and you got to be you.
My eyelashes are trying to kill
You know
me.
what I'm
Sorry.
saying? Like you really have to be you the whole time. So, you really can't hide from being yourself in that moment. So
Just make sure you shower and wear deodorant.
yeah,
You'll be good.
pick a cool
Picnics
day.
are listen.
Pick a cool day. You know what I'm saying?
If she's down to go on a picnic, you may have a keeper. You just gotta, find out if she's crazy.
Yeah. But surprisingly, like I said, picnics, I was like, wow, okay.
Nobody wants to go to the Waffle House on a first date, but they want to end up at the Waffle House if you go out.
Yep.
That's a little crazy to me.
It's good. It's good for her birthday at Sierra.
Everybody will go to the Waffle House
heard
after
about
they
that,
go
right?
to the club. Nah.
All right. Russell Wilson actually rented out a whole Waffle House for Sierra.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, for her birthday.
Russell be doing a lot though.
No, for sure. But when you think about that, it's still probably cheaper than going to one of these expensive ass restaurants.
He's trying to love the fuck. He's trying to love Future out of Sierra.
I mean, he already got it at this point. They married. He got her right. Really, he got her.
But he
back.
set a precedent.
Yeah, he
You
got
get
her
what I'm
pub
saying?
back. Listen,
He set a precedent.
He got her pub back.
That's wild.
Yeah, he got her pub back. At the end of the day,
That was wild.
When
I saw that, it was like, okay, Russell. Okay, you're setting a bar that most light skinned niggas can't reach.
Yeah, he can't do.
Especially not every light skinned nigga with pretty hair and light eyes can reach that bar, Russell. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he don't got to do much anymore. Like at this point, and I mean, his play this year hasn't been that great either. But that's a whole nother subject. You know what I'm saying? But he's making sure his play with his girl, his wife, is good. So. And he's got a ring, so I think he'll be fine either way. I think that's how he's moving at this point.
Bitches love Chipotle, but don't take him to Chipotle.
Yeah, no, that's a pick me up some of this during the day.
I don't know, movies. Like I've spent a few $100s at the movies, going to the nice ones, going to an iPick or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. What am I missing, bro?
I hope they didn't put like comedy shows and shit like that because
comedy shows is not on here, surprisingly. But
that better not be on the list because there's certain things I do like comedy shows, improv, like live type of shows and things like that. That's a little different.
I like shows too. I like Cirque du Soleil. You ever been to a Cirque du Soleil?
Yeah, actually I have.
Cirque du Soleil is fire.
Yeah, I did in Vegas.
Adrian Arts Center got some fire performances, orchestras, musical acts, all that type of artsy stuff. Like I like that sort of stuff, right? Yeah. So like, if that's a no-go, then you get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
Nah, definitely.
There's no point. There is absolutely no point. It's just a smash thing now. So now let's just, if that's the case, if it's a steak to smash, let's go get some steak.
Hey, listen, if I take you to a weekend concert, you know what it is.
Abel?
Yeah, if I take you to a weekend concert,
that's
baby girl, you know what it is.
I mean,
all bad Bonnie, you know what it is.
You better be giving up the booty hole.
Yeah. I need the whole
Bad Bonnie.
I need the
Bad
whole
Benito.
Yeah, I need the whole entree. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man, a concert? No, listen. It's a whole weekend situation then.
Oh yeah.
It's a couple days. If I take you to go see Beyonce or Taylor.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I didn't even
SZA.
I didn't even bring out the women in it. I just brought out the two dudes.
Or Aubrey.
You know what I'm saying? I just brought out the two that would
don't make me take you to Aubrey.
For sure. Then you really know what it is. That ticket's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, other live shows that I would do, it would be like if it's a lower, if she says like, oh, this person that's not on that level, obviously, like, oh, I really love this type of, all right, man, I'll take you out on that. Let's make a date out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like I'll do it that way, but it's gonna be like I'm not gonna go to no like super big concert thing. Like I'm gonna peep the situation. If it's like an NPR kind of setting,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like a legend in that game, but they got a live band doing the shit. So it's like, all right, I'll pull up to that.
You know the type of stuff I absolutely hate, but I feel I don't see it on here, so I feel like girls love doing it. You know those Instagram museums? It's like the candy museums where you just a whole bunch of pictures and stuff for them to Instagram. They love that shit.
Oh no, for sure.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no, that's for sure.
Talk about mind-numbing stuff. If you take them there, you could definitely kill a couple hours.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, you already know I've done my photography work, so if I really wanted to play that game, it's just, hey, let's do it. Let's make a photo date. You know what I'm saying? Bet you that ain't on the list.
Nah, fact.
You know what I'm saying? I bet
oh my god!
Come on now. Yeah, like I could flip the game.
What happened? What happened? Like, man, most niggas is logical, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a very self-aware person, both like internally and externally, right? So like, what's wrong with just asking a girl, hey, like, what do you like? What do you like to do? What do you want to do? Right? What's wrong with that?
A whole lot.
Right? But then there's they want a nigga to pick and tell the time and and tell you to be here, this, that, and third. But bitch, I don't know you. Like, we've never met. This is the first time we're even really interacting with each other. Like, give me a little bit. Give me some breadcrumbs. Bitch, like, tell me what you like to do and let's go do it.
Yeah,
but if you tell me you like Nobu, bitch, get the fuck out of here. I like to go to Nobu. I like to go shopping.
How many times?
What do you mean?
How many times you there a week? Oh, word? All right, let me ask you.
Shopping for who? For you?
All right.
I shop a lot and I don't that's not something that I like to do.
Listen.
I actually deplore shopping. I hate it.
Look, let me explain something, right? Those girls that say, "Oh, I love going to Nobu and those places," right?
What do you like?
Let me just ask them a question. Hey, hey, let me see a picture of your place. Like, how do you like design your place?
Air mattress on the floor.
I just want to see. You know what I'm saying?
Dog, I saw this one thing where girl was like, "Yo, if you ask for her number and ask her, like, you get her number, right? And you text. This is the first text. I think you remember talking about this before. This is the first step, but this is a whole different pod, so everything's in balance." And she said, "Oh, I'm about to go get my nails done. You should then send her $350. You should then cash app her $350 to get her." Are we in a simulation?
That's crazy.
Because like that's not real. That's not reality.
That's what I'm not doing.
I saw Coco Vango. I saw Coco Vango say something about like, we the type of niggas that'll make those type of girls feel safe. Send her this way. I'll give her money to do her hair. I'll probably give her money without her asking me type stuff. And that's cool.
Yeah.
But your girl really don't need to ask you for money. Light skin Keisha got her own bag.
Yeah, that's a cold hard fact. That's one. Two, like, obviously, like, I don't know, like, these lame dudes doing that on chicks that they don't know. That's just because, I mean, there's two answers about it, right? There's two ways about it, right? The 1%er, 5%ers, whatever you want to call them, you know what I'm saying? They have the dollar amount to be able to just do that. You know what I'm saying?
The real 1%ers.
Yeah, like, hey, I don't even have to put any game down. I'm coming up. I'm showing up. Matter of fact, I'm showing up in flip-flops, shorts, and I'm showing up late. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And you're not going to tell me where we're going to go because I'm paying for everything anyways. And I got it. So, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, unless you want to ruin your chance of the bag, you're just going to play nice through the whole thing. But now, obviously, you got, like, the other wave of guys that, hey, man, we got to put it down a little bit. Be a little bit smart, charming, hopefully good looking. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, if that don't, you got the other two that's going to work.
Yeah.
And
non-rich niggas got to try.
Yeah, you got to try a little bit.
Actually, we have to put in a good, like, college try, a good effort.
Exactly. So, with all that being said, man, it's just,
So it's like real deal conquest when we smash hoes.
Yeah. So, but what
especially bad ones.
The issue is the girl wants a guy that has that quality and still be a 1%er. You can't have both.
The thing that I really don't hear people talking about when this whole what do you bring to the table? I want to be provided for, and this, that, and the third, right? Like, is inflation, right? No one's really talking about that, right? Like, your dad was doing everything, and your mom didn't have to work, and your dad was essentially getting paid a telemarketer salary. House, car, mortgage, college fund, all of that. Groceries on nothing. You get what I'm saying? On absolutely nothing. It's not that is not the case anymore. So like this whole thing where niggas is like, yeah, like, so I'm making 80,000, you're making 50,000, like, yeah, we got to split some shit. Like that's totally like agreeable, because it's not the same.
And the average salary for a man right now, like, it's like 40, maybe 50,000 at best.
Shit.
So there you go.
It's actually shit. Like, it's nuts and it's crazy. You know, speaking of which, right? Especially when it comes to us, when it comes to black guys, right? There was a study, right, where it was like they sent these two pairs of dudes in to get all of these to apply for all of these jobs, right? Different jobs. I think the study was a couple thousand, 1,500, whatever the case may be, right? And they randomly gave one person a felony, like randomly, and to apply for a job, right? All different types of jobs. It came back, same number of black guys, same number of white guys, equal qualifications, right? So the only variable is felony, non-felony, black, white. They're both men. They're both about the same age, right? All the pairs, so that we're on the same page. White men got called back about 34% of the time without a felony, which is, I guess, is decent, right? 34%. If you were qualified, they gave you a call back, right? It dropped down to 17% if a white guy had a felony, right?
Yeah.
So about half, right? Now, the black dudes that got a call, the black dudes that got a call back without a felony, it was about 14%, right?
Mm-hmm.
And black dudes with a felony, it dropped down to like 5 or 4%, something really, really, really low, right? Now, it's not even the drop off from black guys without a felony to black guys with a felony, because it goes from that to black guys with a felony is like 20, 25%, maybe 30%, right? It was 50% of the white guys who had a felony. It dropped down 50% from 34 to 17, right? The crazy part is being black in America is you without a felony, you got called back less than a white guy with a felony. They're 3%. They had 3% more chance of getting a call back than you as a black person without a felony. So basically saying, right, as a black man, you're starting out with a felony already. I don't know if bitches don't understand this. It's hard to find niggas that make a good amount of money.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Like, you look it up.
That's why it's 1%, 5%, and you know.
So you wonder, all of these niggas that's doing these things for you, they're literally scamming, or they're athletes, or they're in entertainment some way, shape, or form, or they're selling drugs. Like normal niggas,
or really working like 4 or 5 different regular ass jobs that they just getting paid.
A lawyer ain't doing that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Especially not that type of bitch. Right? So like, this is what I don't know what reality. I really don't. I don't know the reality of this. Like the reality. So when I see the stuff about we're telling you off rip, it's like, yo, like, what the fuck? You're not leaving niggas with a lot of choices.
Yeah. We understand.
And every nigga hasn't made his final form yet. especially not most niggas in their 20s.
Shit. True.
So I really don't know. Right? But shit. That's all I have to say about that stuff, right? As far as what's going on in the world of sports, like we said earlier, the NBA started. The games were pretty good.
Kickoff of the season was pretty dope.
Kickoff was very, very dope. You know what I mean? The NBA usually does a pretty good job when it comes to that stuff. They got the new tournament kicking off so that they'll have more people playing. Which is crazy because the Suns already got most of their team out. So that's nuts. They're like a mash unit. KD played his first game against LeBron.
Yeah.
I want to say last night he dropped damn near 40. Like it was just KD. And LeBron and AD literally had to struggle to beat him. LeBron looked every bit of a nigga in his 21st season. Right? Like he still can do the job, right? Like LeBron can still get you 25, 8, and 8. I feel like every night. Right? But it just don't look the same. Like that's like his average, right? 25, 8, and 8. But it just don't look the same. Like it just looks slow. You know what I mean? It just doesn't look like LeBron's usual 25, 8, and 8. Everything just don't, his dunks. If you watch the game, I feel like you understand what I'm saying because it's hard to put into words because your memory wants to superimpose what you remember of him 10 years ago, flying, doing all of this stuff, and what you kind of see now, right? To where it's like rim grazers but really, really strong to give the appearance of the full tomahawk. So if they have to depend on AD, I really don't know because his first game, he got shut out completely in the second half. And it was kind of an embarrassing loss. And Denver was calling them their daddy the whole night from the ring ceremony. They announced Mike Malone as the Lakers' daddy. So there's that, right? And actually watching the two games, right? You know how like Jordan got calls because he was Jordan, because he was the face of the league pretty much his whole career, right? It's like they're struggling because LeBron isn't really the face of the league anymore. He's still there, right? But like he's not getting the calls. If that makes any sense.
No, I got that.
Right? So it's like the refs are struggling who to give the call to. So it's like fair reffing, which is really weird because there's no like super duper star to give the calls to. They're giving people texts for flopping, multiple texts in the Knicks game for flopping, 3-point shooters flopping, niggas over exaggerating contact, all types of stuff, right? Which is good. I hope they really get Giannis and his 2-move having ass because he only got 2 moves and he's got a shoulder charge.
No, that's true.
He's got the Euro step and a spin move. And as you see versus who they played, Philly, they stopped them. They stopped the Euro step and they stopped the spin move. So Dame had to save the day. It was Dame time. He dropped 30. He dropped 40, 30, 39.
Yeah, that's one of the rare teams that actually have like a really good center like Embiid, last year's MVP, reigning MVP right now. So, I don't think Giannis was meant to have like a great game, but what do you think about
if he had one more move, he might literally one more.
What do you
other than hurting people on purpose?
Oh no, for sure. I was gonna ask you, back to the Lakers real quick and Philly. Do you think that LeBron probably sees some of the writing on the wall with AD obviously not being the player that the Lakers are hoping to be? You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about maybe the Lakers probably throwing their hat in the Harden trade once those contracts clear? Either Rui or I think they're gonna keep Reeves, but like obviously like maybe Rui and something else and a couple picks.
Are you done?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just
No, I didn't. It sounded like you were gonna keep going.
I mean, Rui. I was gonna say Rui. Who's the point guard from the Heat? I just Vincent, Gabe Vincent.
He's already there.
No, I'm saying
you mean trade Gabe Vincent?
Yeah, trade Gabe Vincent and Rui and some picks.
I mean, that would be great, but I think the Clippers are already in talks.
No, I know, but they're not.
But they paused the talks.
Yeah, they're not trying to give up man, and I think their season's going to end up being pretty good. So if their season ends up,
I don't know, bro. You have to have insurance for one of them niggas going down. You have to.
No, for sure.
You need a backup superstar. You need somebody that can fill the role with another superstar.
But now, do you sit down Westbrook even though he's playing well?
Oh shit, they got Russ.
Yeah. This whole time they're talking about they got Russ, Bones Highland, Boston, all these players that can Terrence Mann, all these people.
That's a good question. The Lakers really could use, but D'Angelo Russell looked good.
Oh yeah,
he looked really good.
Technically, you could trade D'Lo and what's the name and get Harden for sure. I feel like D'Lo plus Rui, they'll give up Harden for that. I feel like Philly would be like, yeah, you get another person to play with Tobias and that wants to put up points, right? And then you get your point guard. You know what I'm saying? Or your two guard. So now
Tyrese Maxey was one of them niggas in that New Balance commercial, right? But by the way.
Oh, yeah. It's really going to be Embiid and Tyrese Maxey's team, but
yeah, for sure. You know what's crazy? Homeboy had a bunch of points too. He had like 30 points almost.
Who? Tobias?
No, not Tobias. The other light-skinned nigga. The nigga Harden don't like.
Kelly Oubre.
Kelly Oubre Jr. That is another that's another wild situation, right?
Enlighten us.
Imagine, here's the picture, right? I'm James Harden. I am an all NBA. Maybe it was in Houston, so all NBA potentially during my MVP season, MVP level NBA player, multi-$100 million deal. I run Houston. I decide to throw a party and I bring a girl there that I intend to, I guess, settle down with or whatever. And all of these other NBA players come to the party, including Kelly Oubre Jr. 2 2s go by. I turn around twice. Kelly Oubre's off with my girl. Kelly Oubre then marries my girl and has 2 kids with my girl and is still with my girl. And then the GM of the team that I'm on that I also don't like purposely signs this nigga to the team.
Wrong button. Pardon me.
No, that was perfect. That was perfect. Do it again. Signs this nigga to the team. I got the whole country of China against him. I went to China talking about he's a liar. And then you went and signed this nigga to the team. You expect me to come back? Hell to the fuck nah. Nigga, I'm rich. My contract's guaranteed. Fuck you mean? Like, I don't understand.
For real.
Like, I know he has a contract. I know he has a contract that he has to adhere to and like fulfill. But like, yo, brethren, the whole country of China is in my corner, my nigga. Like, I will TikTok the fuck out of you.
Euro step all the way.
Oh, Euro step all the way to the bank. Buy me out.
But you know what? I think he technically gets his money since he showed up and they told him to.
Yeah.
His money.
So nigga, I'm good.
He already got paid half of his salary. You know that, right? he already got paid half of his salary, so he's good. Anyway.
Yeah, I believe it.
He already got-
The way how they negotiate these contracts. So
yeah, he got half of his money up front already, so they would technically have to either try to take it from the back end or try to.
if I was in the
NBA,
I'd make every one of my contracts depending on what team I'm on, obviously. But like, if you're gonna give me, you're gonna front load all of my every year, and you're gonna front load me when I'm in Florida. When I travel to Florida, that's when you're gonna front load me. Because I'm not gonna pay income tax on that shit. I'm not gonna pay state income tax on all of those things in Florida and Texas. All the mother states, yeah.
I don't know if they take out that money already or not. I'm not sure.
No, but what I'm saying, they don't take it out. But when you get you get a game check or a week check, however they do it in NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you get it. I think it's a game. Every game you get a check, right? So like,
depending on what you negotiate, obviously.
No, but they still got to give you how the NBA pay structure is. I believe they got to give you a pay stub every game.
Okay.
Regardless.
Okay.
So like, but like when you're in, say if you're a Knicks player and you play Miami, you got to pay Florida for the money you collect in Florida. Right? So like, say you play Miami for 2 games and you're getting 60 million like AD is, you know what I mean? That may be like 800,000, damn near 1.2 million for those 2 games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So like you got to pay taxes on those 1.2 million in Florida.
Jeez.
And then when you play against Golden State, you got to pay California taxes on that money.
That's like double.
Yeah. So like that's how that shit works out. So you're going to pay me all my money. You're going to pay me all my money when I'm in Florida or in Texas. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if that's considered like like skirting or, taking advantage of the system. But hey, man, when I'm in Florida, you give me bulk of my money.
That's why I think Dame really wanted to go to Miami.
Yeah. No state income tax.
He was like, I'm about to get all this. I'm about to get all of this. The whole way.
Why do you think all them rich South Americans come out here and buy apartments?
Oh, of course.
No homestead laws either. Like the homestead laws out here are crazy.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
And speaking of Miami, boy. What did y'all do? What did y'all do this offseason? Can you tell me? Now you need to like wah. Yeah, that's what y'all need. Because it looks like he ain't gonna be able to do it by himself. Like he's getting older. It feels like that LeBron video is applying to him now. I'm 36. Like what's he supposed to do with just Bam and Tyler Hero? Gabe Vincent's gone, Strus is gone. Like what's Pat doing? It's like niggas stop fucking with Pat. That's what it looked like. It looks like people stop fucking with Pat.
I think so. I think there's actually a low-key blackball that's like undiscussed right now about the Heat. I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot of discussions. Yeah, Bradley.
You think niggas is finally getting him back for LeBron?
I think that's what it is because you have Bradley Beal that wanted to
KD.
be there. KD never happened.
This stopped Giannis from coming. Dame. This stopped Dame from coming.
What's the name got traded over there? Drew Holiday, and we still couldn't get that trade off.
Couldn't get Drew Holiday.
So it's like we're really the only.
You said that Portland didn't want Tyler Hero. That was the main reason.
Yeah,
I thought the Heat didn't want to give up Tyler Hero.
No. The Heat was fine with giving up Tyler Hero. You know what I'm saying? I know Pat cleaned it up recently and said something to the press like, no, we never put Tyler Hero in the trades, but yes, he was.
Yeah, he took I'm a Heat player off his bio.
Of course. So that main reason
he had his feelings hurt.
Yeah, of course. That main reason is the reason why Tyler is like, he's gonna ball out this season and just like play professional, be
you
professional.
Think?
Yeah. He's gonna ball out. He'll still ball out the season, but I don't think that's
enough. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I don't think that's enough because I personally think we need a player that can do closing shots, which Tyler does, but it's not all the time. We need a guy like Dame, in my personal opinion, just because that draws like double teams. That would have just made it so much easier for Jimmy. Plus, in the story of Dame, I understand why he would have wanted to go to Miami, because it would have been like, even though Butler's gotten them there, I'm the X factor to actually helping to win that first ring for him and Jimmy. And also, he possibly could have got an MVP year out of it, plus no state tax. There were so many wins involved with him being in Miami if he would have went over there. And,
oh, yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? But
facts.
As far as the makeup of the team that he's on now, can't deny it. That's a better team. You got Giannis, even though he's got 2 moves. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
I never said that it, you know, you could stop this thing. I just said his game is ridiculous. He is not the poster boy of how to develop your game.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Like, but also, you know,
when James Harden was criticizing Giannis for when Giannis said like whatever he said about James, he was like, "Yo, Giannis don't have no skill. I actually have skill. Not everybody's 7 feet tall and can run." And jump out the gym.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, this nigga don't have no post moves. He has a spin move and a running Euro step. Tell me another move he has.
I agree. Like, this man Harden, man. I mean,
I got a cousin we call the unstoppable bum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Giannis is the quintessential unstoppable bum. He don't have no skill. But you can't stop this nigga.
So sometimes that's all it takes. You know? That's all it takes sometimes.
That's actually Giannis, the unstoppable bum. I'm not trying to like, you know, say anything crazy or anything. That's literally what I think. I've always thought, you know, Giannis hurts niggas on purpose. He's 2 for 2 so far.
Kristaps Porzingis.
Kristaps and Kyrie. He's 2 for 2. And you can see it. Just watch the replays and look at his face. You guys all, I'm not going to say anything else. Watch the replays and look at this nigga's face and his eyes. You see him. You see the intent to do some fuckery. And unfortunately, he did it and almost ruined 2 niggas' careers.
Facts.
Right? So Boston looks really good, like I said. They're looking like, if you want to, I mean, it's only like the first 2 games for niggas, but niggas is already putting like who they think is going to win the championship and blah, blah, blah. They're going to come out of this 5. A lot of people are saying the Lakers, Denver, the Suns, Boston, and Milwaukee, right? But as we all know, it's whoever's healthy, right? Nobody thought Denver was going to win the championship this year. So like, it's really whoever's healthy coming around game 60, right? About 2 weeks after All-Star break, game 60, it's like, all right, that's when you really should start making, you know, your predictions. I mean, right now, obviously the paper predictions are as such, as I said, right? I feel like the Heat are probably going to be 4 through 6. That's where they're going to land in the East.
Mm-hmm.
I see Boston, Milwaukee. Surprisingly, I feel like the Knicks can get 3rd or 4th. The Heat can get, like I said, 4th, 5th, 6th, and then all them other niggas. Like, you got the real trash of the NBA is in the East this year. Like, the East has really strong teams, yes, at the top. It's top heavy, but the trash, the Charlotte.
Yeah, we probably have some of the worst teams overall in the league.
Charlotte, Detroit, even though that's what I'm saying, y'all barely beat Detroit. And Cade Cunningham looked like a monster.
Here's what I'll say about the lower tier teams, right? There's a lot of players you could cherry pick and put them on some of the top teams, and they would be perfect, right? And even some of those young guards, they can be on vet teams that need guards right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, Orlando has a plethora of like a bunch of like pretty talented players down there, but they're all stacked in the guard position. Right now, I look at it like, man, if you get some of these guys out to a team that, like, if you had one of those guys out in, let's say, the Suns, picked up Markelle Fultz or Jalen Suggs or somebody like that, just to kind of back up the guard thing, I think that would be good for them. Even though I like Booker at the point and Beal at the 2 and what they're doing, but that would be good for the second unit to kind of have that, even though they got Goodwin. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Suggs, somebody like that can just dish it out and go real playmaker mode. They don't need a Chris Paul, but you know what I'm saying? Somebody that's just, all right, you know.
Golden State's a little disappointing.
They're a little,
for sure.
They're a little bit too small.
They're a little, they definitely look a little bit too small. They don't have enough weapons for sure. Clay he doesn't look the same. They're missing Draymond, but you know, we'll see, right? Spicy Wembo is giving niggas one more year though. Y'all niggas got one more year until until this nigga comes in and wrecks shop.
Yeah, it's the pack it up year for all the MVPs.
It's a wrap for y'all niggas. Like, I'm sorry. Like, this nigga, he only played like 15 minutes, man. And put up 15, like, blocking threes.
Yeah.
Shooting threes. I saw this nigga do a little, like, dribble package up at the top of the key versus one of the, and I was like, what the fuck?
And I think they actually
he makes 7-3 niggas look small.
I think they played tonight, if I'm not mistaken. I think they got a game tonight.
He was playing Derek Lively, and Derek Lively looked like a guard. I'm not joking. And he's 7-1.
Lively had a good game too.
He had a great game for a rookie.
Yeah.
He early rookie of the year predictions because Scoot didn't look that great.
I mean, Scoot's gonna have a target on his back too. Yeah, Scoot's gonna have a target on his back. Lively, all he needs to do is be what DeAndre Jordan was doing, but smarter. You know what I'm saying? Like a smarter version of that. Every so often, if he has a
Luka
jumper,
looked like Luka for sure.
Yeah, so like, and
1000%.
Between him and Kyrie, they were setting him up pretty beautifully, and then from there, once he had those easy looks, it was just tip dunk and hustle plays
for sure.
So like he's got athleticism like Jackson Hayes, but seems like a lot smarter from what I could tell.
His athleticism, his athleticism is a little quicker.
Yeah, really
he's like Sean Marion quick.
Yeah, definitely quick feet, quick second jump. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a quick first step, but he's got the quick second jump, quick first step.
Yeah. Facts.
Get off the ground and just go.
The West, like I said, the West looks like a murderer's row. Clippers,
you got Pelicans,
Lakers, Zion's back. He looked crazy. You see what happens when you stop watching porn, right?
Yeah, for real. And you seen what in 25 games, but the gunman's back too.
Who? Which one?
What's the name, man?
Oh, yeah.
His old running mate, man. You got Ja Morant.
Ja be back. back.
Yeah, so.
I did not see my favorite, like my little team that I like to watch because I'm a fan of LaMelo's. His shoes look pretty good though too. Have you seen them?
No, I didn't get to check
the
those
toxic
out.
joints or whatever they're called. They look really good for basketball shoes. Like,
oh man, and LaMelo.
They might look decent with some sneakers.
LaMelo,
with some jeans.
LaMelo has a following for his shoe collection when it comes to like the youth. Like, any of these players that play youth basketball and all that, I've seen lots of orange LaMelos on lots of kids' feet, or like the other
new ones are fire.
Yeah, or the black and like
I think
Charlotte.
Nike missed the opportunity to get like one of these to get LaMelo. You know what I mean? Like,
no, they definitely
probably didn't offer enough, but like max contract. So, you know,
he showed up.
LeVar was right. At least about one of them boys.
I mean, Lonzo.
Sorry for Lonzo and his injuries.
It's just injuries with Lonzo, I would say. Now, when you look at it, it's the injuries plus him being with LeBron in that whole situation. Because Brandon Ingram had he was trying to be who he's trying to be. You know what I'm saying? He's a good player. I think, honestly, I still think to this day, maybe they should have just held on to the team that they had. And LeBron should have just said, look, I'm going to go for the scoring titles. And then right now, even though they have a really like full team, imagine Lonzo that's not hurt playing with LeBron. You would have Brandon Ingram. You could have Julius Randle and a plethora of other players, Kuzma, and all these guys are actually kind of leading the team in scoring and are either the first or second option or third option and things like that. So, I mean, I just look at it like that. So LeBron could have been leading that charge. Let those boys run down the court real fast and do it. But they, like I said, they still got to, and mind you, Alex Caruso, you know what I'm saying? You add that back into the mix.
Oh yeah, he's still there, huh?
No, yeah, he's in.
I be shocked sometimes when I'm like, oh damn, this nigga's still in the NBA. That's what's up.
I mean, it's because you don't. It's because the Bulls have a bunch of shooting guards trying to masquerade playing point guard because they don't have any playmakers right now. That's really the issue. That's really the issue right now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I think like you said, LeVar was definitely right. I think about both of them. Like I said, you take away the injuries from Lonzo, he's definitely you see the impact that he would be making this year. I don't even think the Bulls will make the playoffs this year again, but you know, if you add Lonzo in the mix, they make the playoffs for sure.
1000%.
You know what I'm saying?
Lonzo was on the Lakers right now. They be
That's what they need. Matter of fact, the Clippers could use that right now too. You know what I'm saying?
Before the end of this, before his extension's done, LaMelo's going to be in California.
Oh, that's a cold hard fact.
Because the Golden State fucked up picking Wiseman over him. 1000%, especially when they needed a guard when Clay was injured. So it
basically
it just didn't make sense.
It would have basically answered everything what they actually are looking for, because they have Chris Paul, right? You're looking for somebody in the quote unquote second and first unit that could play make, but also they also needed height, which he would have answered too. Plus he could score like Jordan Poole, so you would have not lost any scoring. So if you really think about it, they should have just got LaMelo, paid him, and they would have been straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It would have been totally fine. And imagine him running. Matter of fact, Kuminga probably would be in the starting lineup because of that.
Nah, but I agree with you. Because
imagine just how much like Kuminga wouldn't have to develop that much just because like, hey, run down the court and dunk.
You think that was the reason why Bob Myers quit? Like it was that big of a fuck up?
I think
even though all the good stuff he's done, the 4 chips, you think Wiseman was that bad of a fuck up?
I think with the Wiseman thing,
when they could have had a superstar, like a certified superstar like LaMelo.
No, for sure. I always thought that they definitely should have picked LaMelo, but it's also like they picked for need and they didn't pick the best talent.
How did Jordan, like Jordan had him on the team, and
but that's one of those things. It's like,
how did he miss that opportunity
as a GM, right? As a GM, sometimes you're like, oh, we need this, so you're picking up players because you need to fill this position and not.
I'm talking about sneaker deal. I'm talking about Jordan and the sneaker deal.
Oh, I think they probably made an offer. It just probably wasn't enough.
Hey, I mean, he's on the team, though. Like,
no, I get it, but Puma, Puma is like,
they're gonna overpay.
They're gonna overpay, and that's
obviously. But I would have, like, you're on the team. Might as well just put you in Jordan.
There was an interview with LeVar on DJ Vlad, and also LeVar said that reported deal with Puma. He ain't making that much. It was like, yeah, he's not making that.
But he
much.
had shoes though, like he had signature shoes already.
No, but he's saying like $100 million or whatever the crazy number. He's like, it's not that much. Like he's like, so he's
probably got equity or some shit.
Yeah, he's like the deal's okay.
The more sneakers that sell, the more money he makes probably.
Yeah, it's probably something like that. And then if you add in, like, he gets to use a private jet, but it's like a one-way private jet. Like, hey, you can get there, but you better commercial your way back, my brother.
A one-way private jet? What do you mean? Like one flight?
Yeah, because he said he mentioned like, Melo pulled up to Jello's like summer league game or whatever like that in the jet. And he's like, yeah, you seen him on the way? You seen all those pictures, right, Vlad? He's like, yeah. He's like, you seen any of those pictures on the way back? He's like, nah. There you go. They took that jet right on back. I was like, wow, okay.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So
Yo, you can take one-way flights on a jet?
it basically is like they gave him a one-way. No, so
like a one-time use, or just like you can use it but one way.
Like
say like you get
you
like
know,
Kobe, when Kobe signed his last Laker deal, you know, he had
Kobe was Kobe at
helicoptering.
Yeah, no.
You know, you helicoptering me to the game, my nigga.
Yeah,
I'm not driving.
It was like one of those promises, and then kind of like lightly reneged midway. Hey, you took the jet where? To what? What thing? To a summer league game for who? All right, man. Here's a commercial play back.
He's like, all right, nigga, you gonna be a nigga about this. I see.
I think if he would have pulled up to like an award show or some shit like that, I think they want him to pull up
somewhere
to like
in Asia.
Yeah. Pull up to a golf event that's like huge or something. Like, hey, LaMelo pulls up to a PGA event or something like that, or Live Golf or something. Then I think they would, or if LaMelo. Matter of fact, if LaMelo pulled up to what is it, the F1 event either in Vegas or down in Miami or something like that.
That's a check for one of those. That's a check for one of those.
Check, and you get to pull up in it's Puma anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna pull up to y'all stuff that y'all gonna be sponsoring anyways, right?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all gonna treat me well, and I'm gonna pull up in the private jet. So now I know they would clear something like that, but it was one of those sign the deal, you use the private jet whenever you want. But yeah, they were like, yeah, you're on some bullshit, dog. Let's get you up out of here. Yeah, man. What's next on the docket, brother?
What's next on the docket? I mean, that's honestly, that was the long and short of it. I mean, we could talk about football if you want to. I mean, but football's coming up this weekend, so that's probably a better time to talk about it. Jets look like shit, even though we've won our games, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm a Jets fan. Everybody knows Miami looks like Miami. They've kind of stalled their offense. They're kind of figuring out Tua. Tyreek ain't practiced the past couple of weeks. I mean, not past couple of weeks, past couple of days, but he said he'd be all right. What else is talk about? I've never seen. Let me clear the air on this thing. I'm a big Jets fan, been that way my entire life. I've never seen a quarterback get so many chances as this white boy, Zach Wilson. Never seen it. Jameis didn't get this many chances. He threw 30 touchdowns his last season. He was a starter. Like, I'd rather have Jameis on the Jets right now than Zach Wilson. He's literally like last in every category there is to be as a quarterback. Like, literally last.
That's crazy.
And it's like, I don't know if it's because his uncle owns JetBlue. I don't know if it's because, he's a handsome blonde-haired, blue-eyed kid from Utah. I have no idea, right? But, like, he's not good. He was a horrible draft pick. And, like, I see people caping up for him, like Carton. He wants a veteran quarterback, but he'll cape up for him when he wants to. But, like, nobody caped up for Jameis, and it obviously was the coach, right? It was obviously the coach. No risk it, no biscuit, right? Because when Brady got there the next year, you know what the fuck happened, right? They had to have a meeting like, yo, this shit ain't gonna work. I'm not, no risking it, no biscuit. That shit is not gonna work. And what happened? They changed the fucking offense, right? They changed the fucking offense, and they kept winning and won the Super Bowl. And then they got rid of that nigga.
Easy.
Right? But no one's going around saying, damn, man, maybe it was the coach that fucked Jameis up. Right? But Tom Brady had the cachet to be like, get the fuck out of here. I got the offense. Right? I'd rather have Jameis right now than Zach Wilson, personally. The other thing that I forgot to mention. So Chicago lost their first game, and they had a players only meeting the first fucking game.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's nuts. That's the players only meeting is usually halfway through the season. Like, what are we really doing? We've embarrassed ourselves. Like, this is the first game.
That happened with the Bulls too, by the way.
I said the Bulls.
Oh, you said the Bulls?
This is what I'm talking about.
I thought you said the Bears. Okay,
no, the Bulls.
Oh shit. Yeah, okay, my bad. That's crazy.
This is the first fucking game, bro.
Yeah, I think the coach. Who was it? Is it Rick? It's not Rick Carlisle.
I don't know who the coach is, but I know them niggas don't like him. That's straight up. Players only meeting day one.
Nah, I think he asked he was like they had a heated conversation, but it wasn't yelling or nothing like that. And then he was like, "Yo, you want me to clear out all the coaches?" And they were like, "Yeah." And then he walked out and then let them continue.
Players only coach first game is listen.
It's never a good sign.
I don't know if they have any draft picks, but they look like they tanking because first game, dog, that's nuts. That's unheard of.
Wild shit. Definitely wild shit right there. I'll tell you that.
That's the nuclear button.
Beyond.
That's the nuclear button. The first game. That's
Yeah.
literally, you have the players only meeting when it's like, all right, nigga, I'm going to fuck you up. Like when you really want to clear the air. So if you really trying to clear the air the first game, Jesus Christ. It doesn't look good. It really don't look good.
Yeah, it does look pretty nasty when you kind of.
And Lonzo's still hurt.
Of course.
DeMar DeRozan still don't shoot threes.
Never that.
They still don't play defense. Vucevic is getting older. So I really don't know where they have to go. And it's the curse of Jordan.
And it's a well-constructed team, but without Londo, it doesn't really go anywhere.
No, it doesn't. He was the quote-unquote straw that stirred the drink.
Yeah.
The linchpin. All of that stuff.
Unless they somehow ship Chris Paul over there, take some players from him and bring him on, bring some players that the Warriors need or something like that. That's like the only thing I could think of just to patch up. You know what I'm saying? Just to patch up some of that. But okay.
Yeah, you turn it off. You just turn it off.
Okay. Oh, you don't want to do the wrap up?
The wrap up. No, I'm turn off the television.
Okay, cooking, right?
Yeah, turn off the TV.
Yeah, I told you you'd be cooking. But yeah, I think that's like the only thing that they could honestly do overall, though. Just try to pick up a playmaker.
They're gonna build a team up.
No, that's what I'm saying. But before they fully do that, right?
End up on the Heat.
Well,
or Zach LaVine.
Okay, yeah. DeMar DeRozan didn't re-sign yet, I don't think.
DeMar DeRozan or Zach LaVine's gonna end up on the Heat. That might be Pat Riley's only saving grace.
I would like
because he's not getting Paul George, he's not getting Kawhi, he's not getting AD, he's not.
I think DeMar is more of a Heat guy, but I would like Zach because he's more of a 3-point shooter in that situation and a little bit younger. You know what I'm saying? So you can you still have somebody around Bam's age that's athletic, can shoot, injury history, yes, but if he could shoot, knock down some shit, you
don't want Harden?
They said the Heat don't want him in that culture, but honestly, if he ends up down here and the
Heat doesn't want him in the culture.
Apparently that's
because Miami would be a wild place for James.
Yeah, because
it would be crazy.
Nah, but Pat runs things down here. Like niggas won't let him in the club type shit.
That's true too.
Like nah, like hey, the word is out. Don't let him.
Yeah, don't. Pat said nah, man.
Yeah, I know you're in the back door, bro, but I know. Owner said no. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Pat got on the phone. Yo.
They denied you at every club until the off season. But nah, I think really, all right, here's the thing. It's a do. If James comes to the Heat, that's more of a do or die of his career kind of thing, though. Like,
yeah, it's the last stop.
Yeah, like
he better retire if it
don't work out here.
If it don't work out this final stop,
no,
he just better pack it up.
Yeah, you got to pack it up. But now, if it works out and he decides to sign a contract elsewhere, that's fine. You see what I'm saying? It's one of those like he would just have to be a quiet guy, ball the fuck out, be like a super culture. Like, hey, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be here the whole time, or you don't even gotta say that. I'm like, my time here, I'm just gonna make sure I'm the ultimate, Heat professional. Da 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 da, and just kind of keep in that wave. But that's where he's gonna need to be at with it. You know what I'm saying? But if not, you're gonna end up like Smush Parker, even though obviously they're not on the same level. But that was the last time you seen Smush Parker. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain players like there's a certain resume that you need to kind of do out here. Now, if you start your career out here and you have an issue, they'll probably shoot you some bail because obviously rookies don't get the most love out here. Not all the time, since I think Dwayne Wade kind of opened it up a little bit, obviously. But like, besides that, like you're gonna, if you're a veteran player that have a lot of stripes on you, and then the Heat take a chance, everybody's watching, and at this point, everybody knows what it is and what's been built around it for years. So it's one of the rare teams like the Spurs where they have coaches that stay there for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like the one time that they didn't let that, they went against their morals with Shaq, and I think that was like the only time. After that, they pretty much stuck to whatever the front office and the owner say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever Pat and Mickey does is that's pretty much law.
No, but Pat wanted Shaq.
I get it. That's the main reason. Remember, but Shaq wanted Stan Van Gundy fired. That was the one.
But then he ended up firing Stan Van Gundy anyway.
I'm saying that was the one and only time he did something for a star. LeBron,
he didn't do it for the star. He did it because he was going to win. Stan wasn't going to win the chip, and they had everything to win the chip.
No, but Shaq also came to his office. You heard about that story, right?
No.
Nah, Shaq came to his office. Like this story is like he came to his office. Like, hey man, I need you to come down. This was like the last. He was like, nigga, if I'm on the first thing smoking, if you don't fix this, like get him off, get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that was like
why Pat came down and coached the team.
Yeah, and that was the first. That was the first and last time.
Hey, Shaq was right.
Yeah, no, Shaq was right, but that was the first and last time he gave leeway because when LeBron wanted certain things, he just wasn't moving on it no more. I think it was from that.
Well, LeBron ain't have no chips. If LeBron came with 3 chips, I think it would have been a different story.
That might be also true, but it was like hey, can Rich Paul and them people?
Yeah, that's the other thing. But if LeBron would have came with a couple chips in Cleveland, listen.
But
LeBron would have. You guys, listen. Eric Spoelstra, who?
Nah, but also you got to realize. Well, I could say Shaq was one of the number 1 people in the league too. Like he was top 5 in the league at that time.
Yeah, LeBron's number 1.
Yeah, LeBron was number 1. So
but no chips. If he would have came in with with chips. Even 1, and he would have said, yo, we ain't gonna win the chip with this nigga. Eric, you're gonna back to the video booth. Back to the video room, sir. That's the only thing that would have happened.
I think they tried that at first, and they're like, nah, they're gonna keep Spo. That's main. That was like,
I know Pat put his foot down, was like, nah,
we keep it Spo. But I also think that was from that history. You know what I'm saying? Like overall, like I'm not going to keep being because then you're going to get that reputation that your job ain't safe if you're rocking with us. So now if you're on the Heat, that's where the culture thing comes to. You have what's the name? Tim Hardaway could come to any game. You have Alonzo working next to Pat. You got a bunch of these old players and doing either commentating or on the coaching bench and all this other stuff. Spoelstra was an internal hire and all that. So when you put all that together, there besides that and the Dwayne Wade thing, and then they still brought back Wade to kind of save that too. You know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah, facts.
Yeah, like you look at that, it's like, all right, they saved face a lot, but now, like you said, man, I think there's an embargo on Pat with that whole thing though.
No bullshit. I'm like looking at the screen. This is very podcasty.
Yeah.
Like,
I told you.
Extremely podcasty. I just feel like I need videos on my screen that I can see.
Yeah, I told you the same.
And then we can just do crazy shit.
Yeah. You talking about like we can put whatever.
Just like right where my hand is right here.
Yeah.
A video pop up.
Nah, I
or another one right here.
I ain't nothing to do that. Technically, if I
Type
wanted,
shit.
like I know this is the extended part of the feed, but if I wanted to get in the feed and put myself on camera, I got to figure out. Hold on.
It's cool though. Hey, listen, hey, ladies and gentlemen, cue the music. Cue the music. No, don't stop it. Cue the music because we went for 2 hours and it was good. So cue the music. This is episode 1. We'll name it later. Salty podcast. I don't know. That's what we got so far. Just our thoughts. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed it.